Hello. We are now officially in the afternoon of Sabbath for our Adventist people and listeners, September 27th. So it is now officially autumn, and where I'm living, it is so overcast. It is there's so little light, but my room looks nice, doesn't it? It's not this light and airy actually in here, but the camera, for some reason, just picks it all up. So we will go to this section that says the church is Catholic. Okay. Does the word Catholic mean? Now, this should be very important to our Adventist and our Protestant friends out there, because you really do need to know how the church describes herself for you to be able to understand Catholics and Catholicism. A lot of times we seek to discuss this. There's a lot of debates online between Catholics and Protestants. And one of the things that I do notice is that Catholics are always reacting. And what I mean by this is, okay, let me put it a different way. Catholics always step into the ring on Protestant turf. In other words, they say, for the sake of the argument, we will accept sola scriptura. We will accept your meaning of words. And they end up fighting a battle that they can't win, because the truth is, even if you win the battle, even if you win the debate, you have not actually done anything to really bring these people over onto the Catholic worldview. You might have won the debate, but you did it on a Catholic premise, and we've got to stop that. We've got to start presenting things on the Catholic premise. But the truth is, and I think all Catholics realize this, they won't debate us, because we first have to understand the premise, and that would take a lot of definitions, a lot of pre-discussion, and people just are not going to want to do it. They want to get to the fight, get to the fight. And so it's really a no-win for Catholics in debates because of this reason. So, but for us to really talk to each other, we have to understand our worldview and what words mean to each of us. And it would be really good to do, because this is the problem with America today, that the Protestants and Catholics and Jews and Muslims and Buddhists all come from a different worldview. Genders can think differently and process information differently. The older versus younger, the educated versus the people with experience. There are many ways that we can process information, and we've got to, in order to live and understand each other and to live peaceably, we have to understand other people's worldviews. And you know what? You can actually bring them over to your side easier if you truly understand their worldview. So here we're going to say, what does the word Catholic mean? Okay, that's what we're going to be talking about. All right. Go to section 830 in the Catholic Catechism, and it answers, what does Catholic mean? The word Catholic means universal, in the sense of according to the totality, or in keeping with the whole. The church is Catholic in a double sense. First, the church is Catholic because Christ is present in her. Where there is a church, where there is Christ Jesus, there is the Catholic Church. That's a quote from the early church. In her subsists the fullness of Christ's body, united with its head. Got that warning. I don't know if you can hear me look, it went, okay. So I got that little warning. So I stopped for a second there. Okay. Back to 830 in the middle. In her subsists the fullness of Christ's body united with its head. This implies that she receives from him the fullness of the means of salvation, which he willed: correct and complete confession of faith, full sacramental life, and ordained ministry in apostolic succession. The church was, in this fundamental sense, Catholic on the day of Pentecost and will always be until the day of the parousia. Okay, 831. Not page number, but section. Secondly, the church is Catholic because she has been sent out by Christ on a mission to the whole of the human race. All men are called to belong to the new people of God. This people, therefore, while remaining one and only one, is to be spread throughout the whole world and to all ages in order that the design of God's will may be fulfilled. He made human nature one in the beginning and has decreed that all his children who were scattered should be finally gathered together as one. The character of universality, which adorns the people of God, is a gift from the Lord himself, whereby the Catholic Church ceaselessly and efficaciously seek for the return of all humanity and all its goods under Christ, the head, in the unity of the Spirit. Okay, so that's what the word Catholic means. Two things. It means universal in the sense of totality, and it means it's a church sent out on a mission. Okay, see you next time.